Good morning, YouTube. Good afternoon, YouTube. Good evening, YouTube. Whenever you're watching this, it's going to be good. This is Anthony, and today I would like to show you guys a quick haul that I got when I was in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. As you can see, I have the Young Avengers Patriot figure that I actually found in a local shop called Kapow, which is in Chicago. And this big guy behind him is the mighty Goliath. Back in the 70s, early 80s, appearing in the comic books, it actually said Black Goliath. Real name is Bill Foster, not to be confused with Bill Russell, the mighty Hall of Famer who played for the Boston Celtics. But I like this thing. It actually was released in the Marvel Universe line, and you can set it side by side with your Marvel Universe figures. But just looking at his height, he looks like he's a good maybe 12 to 16 inches or so. So but this is next to a 6-inch figure, a 6-inch Marvel figure, Marvel Legends figure. So another one, yeah, it's about a foot, maybe 12 to 14 inches tall. Massive figure. And of course, if you guys know, I love collecting African American figures to kind of round out my collection. So when I found him at Kapow, Chicago comic shop, I had to pick him up. Of course, he was loose. Got a great deal with him. Got these guys together actually, and got an awesome deal. So the guys at Kapow really appreciate it. These look good on the shelf, look good in my collection. Another great find while I was in Chicago, I actually went to another shop called Quake Collectibles. Wall to wall figures. The place was, maybe a good 500 to 600 square feet as a just one room. But all 4 walls, shelves, countertops, just an endless arraignment of figures. And they have buckets, tins, tubs, totes full of figures. You can go through and try to find some stuff, but when I walked in, it's a little overwhelming. And even when I went to Kapow, it was a little overwhelming because the amount of figures that both of those shops have, and you're just standing there walking in the middle of all those items. Your eye can't just catch one particular item. You have to keep looking around. But I really enjoyed my trip there, and these 2 guys that I picked up in my haul are going to look great in my collection. Another great moment on my Chicago trip is I actually got to interact with a fellow ACBA member, a fellow collector, Mr. John Connor, aka Marty McFly 4242. You guys have all seen the show. His intro goes, and he's always coming on the camera saying, "Yes, yes, yes. Let's check out a few things I picked up." And met the guy, great guy, really down to earth, really loves collecting, but most of all, really loves his family and loves his friends, and just a class act all around. And just to show you how much of a class act he is, I'm going to show you a few things that he picked up and actually gave to me. Hold on for 1 second. All right, check this out. Now, the stories that John Connor tells when, he's going into shops and he can actually go through, boxes of things. He can check out, downstairs areas, and just the massive inventories that these shops in Chicago have are unlimited. Now, this set here is the McKenzie Brothers SCTV set. Actually, it's only half because I said brothers, but it's one brother in this set. You have the beer boxes, you have the cooler, you have soda, or actually Big Blast Brew, which is a beer, a looks like a little office chair or some type of rolling chair, a bench, or it can actually be used as a small table and also a little wooden floor here. Now, like I was saying, John Connor actually was able to go through inventory and, he's just picking things out. And the level of, I guess, collecting skills or even the whole mindset when you go into these particular stores. I mean, it's cool to, if you know the owners and things like that or the people who run the shops and things, but when you're looking for particular items when it comes to props, you have to have a keen eye. Now, I had bypassed these things because, I'm just looking at the figures, but, as you know, John, he's a good, he used awesome props for his pictures, for his backdrops and everything like that. And, you have to kind of keep your eye out for those type of things. And I walked past this set that he saw in the box as he's digging and digging. And it's almost like the show Pickers. It's like, they go into these places and they're just digging and digging and finding things. And, you have to have a really keen eye to kind of pick stuff off, especially when you're going through boxes of tons and tons of a variety of different things. So he actually looked at these. He was putting them to the side. He asked me, he said, "Hey, do you have these? Or, I heard that you're looking for props." It's like, I found these if you want them. And I was kind of like, well, I'm all right. I'm looking at some figs or whatever. And that's when I saw Goliath and Patriot. So I picked those guys up. So we're leaving out. And John's like, "Hey, check this out. You know, we got to look out for each other. We collectors. Here you go." And he actually gifted me this set. So, John, man, I really appreciate it, brother. It's like, good looking out. And that's what it is. It's like, we're a community. We're all collectors. There's enough items to go around. So when you're genuinely sincere and able to share what you can find with others, it's definitely a good look. So, hey, John, I appreciate it, brother. I'm going to put this stuff to some good use. Try to put it in some pics. Got to use these chairs, these boxes, and everything, man. It's like I'm trying to build up my prop game, so I can make those pictures actually pop. I do a lot of vanilla posing, but, the action shots make them oh so great when you have good props to work with. So thanks again. Hey, this concludes my haul from Chicago. Let me see if I can group everything together to get a last-minute pick. But, man, it was awesome out there. It's, I'm from Detroit. Kind of moved out to the suburbs, out to Redford right now. And, I mean, when you compare downtown Detroit to downtown Chicago, there's almost no comparison. I mean, wall to wall, people was packed. There was a Cubs game going on in that, midday afternoon. Traffic was wall to wall. But just to look around that city and have all the options of the different things you can go to. I mean, people were going to bars, they were going into restaurants, they were checking out the local scenes with the museums were open, the Lakeshore Drive was open, people were jogging and running around, and wall to wall people were just packed, and everybody was on the mission, everybody had things to do that day, but it looked great, and I'm really praying that one day Detroit can step up their downtown, and with the addition of the new stadiums and things like that, it seems like downtown Detroit is very spread out, and a lot of items or a lot of venues, they have their own areas, and then that's it. Whereas in Chicago and other metropolitan areas, they kind of group things together. So if you're a sports fan, you can still interact with the art fan who's going to a museum and you're going to a game, or it's just more people who can interact with each other, and that is the greatest thing of life, is interacting with other people and getting to know what they like. But hate to ramble on, but again, I really appreciate the gift from John, and when you do good things come back to you. So let me get a quick pick real quick of everything I got from Chicago, and I'm going to sign off. So thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Boom!